guys, YouTube. It's the middle of the night. It's not the middle of the night. It's like 5:30. It's not the middle of the night. It's 5:30, but I've decided that I want to make a video about making New Year's greeting cards, and not even like a bunch of them, just one, because I actually don't usually send out a lot of New Year's greetings. In Japan, they're called nengajo. And you're supposed to send them to all of your friends, your associates, and your family members. There are also New Year's gift boxes that you're supposed to send, but most people don't really do that anymore. And a lot of people in recent years have stopped sending out nengajo. I have never sent out a nengajo, but I do like send out little Happy New Year's gifts or images. So I figured this year I'll make a custom New Year's, Happy New Year's little image to use as my digital nengajo, which the post office is actually now offering. You can get your digital nengajo, and it's something like 200 yen per card. But I'm like, what? What are you paying for? Because it's online. Sounds like a scam. But anyway, so I don't know. I just felt like making a video about this because that's what I want to do right now. I was gonna make a video about my Cowboy Bebop art books. These, I want to go through some of the interviews in them and share them because apparently they are nowhere online. I thought somebody somewhere had maybe translated them before, but it seems they haven't. Unfortunately, it's upside down. This is what it's supposed to be. But there's kind of a lot of text, and I can't see myself, of course, translating literally everything. They talk about some of the influences. So I have to kind of figure out which bits I'm gonna bother translating and which bits I'm not. It's just gonna be a lot of, look at that. Oh, it's so small. Yeah, that's a project coming in the future, a video coming in the future. It's just gonna take some time because translating is hard work and I'm not getting paid for this. So for now, we're gonna make a New Year's card. Japanese New Year's cards follow the 12 zodiac animal signs. Not all the time. They have their own New Year's motifs. Yeah, they often base a lot of their greeting cards after the zodiac animals. So next year is the tiger. This is my animal from this year. I'm gonna have to take it to the temple to be burned so that it doesn't take any juju into the new year. So I have to take this to the temple, and I have to take my little god paper that's in my temple. I have to take that. It's not a temple, it's a shrine. Very different thing. I have to take those two things to the local shrine to get burned. And yeah, and then I'll get a little tiger one to replace it for this year. So without further ado and much more chitter chatter, we're going to be making this little card on Procreate because I've become a lazy hoe and I really don't feel like taking out my Wacom anymore because the iPad makes it so easy, even though I broke my iPad already, sort of. That's a tale for another time. But yeah, we're gonna be using Procreate. But you could probably do this on your application of choice. I'm going to be using some brushes that mimic a lot of natural brushes that you would get if you were using like gouache. That's my favorite look. But you can use any kind of brush, and yeah, we'll just hang out and draw some tigers and maybe talk about Japanese New Year stuff. I don't know. Let's see where this goes. This is gonna be a pain in the ass to edit, I can tell already. What am I doing? now the daytime. I don't know why I was so excited in that video that I recorded, technically intro, yesterday, but now it's a gray daytime and I'm not feeling excited. But I do want to try to finish this New Year's card in a day is the goal. I don't have the whole day left. I had to go to the police office to pick up my keys that I lost. Shout out to the guy that owns the parking lot that they were found in. And it's, what time is it now? It is 3. So usually I stop working around 7:30 because that's when Shota gets home. So let's see if we can more or less finalize this New Year's card in the next few hours. There were some other work stuff that I should do, but I really wanna finish this card because, well, I wanna also put this video out before New Year's, so I have to finish the card in order to do that. But also, yeah, I just want to finish something and not take all day with it. I don't know. It's just random goals. So yesterday I did some sketches. I did sketches of real life tigers, and then I did sketches of the animal characters from the movie Bakemono no Ko, which I guess is the beast boy, the boy of the beast. It's about a boy who was raised by a beast in a magical alternate world that lies behind the walls of Tokyo. I watched the movie before. It's okay. The first 2/3 are the best part. The ending is terrible. As with most movies these days, I'm finding the end. It wasn't terrible. Anyway, I do like the way the monsters were designed. They're anthropomorphic form. Like, they stand like humans. They don't have animal legs. But their arms aren't quite the same proportions as humans. They're a little bit like the forearms are a bit longer to resemble paws. Yes, Bingley, do you want to be an anthropomorphic monster? He said no. So yeah, I was using that as a reference for the kind of character that I wanted to draw for this card. And so now we're going to work on the actual card design, the layout, where everything's going to go, what elements I'm going to put where. But yeah, that's the plan for today. So let's sit down and get started.
例えばテレビ CM の最後とかに入るキャッチコピーもそうですよね。15秒とかの間でさらにそのキャッチコピーに与えられた時間っていうのは短い2秒とか3秒の中で人の心っていうのを引きつけなければいけないという特徴があります。これに対してコピーライティングというのは相手のことを考えるターゲット思考というのが基本なんですね。なので相手が受け取った時に俺に向けてオリジナルメッセージを書いてくれてるというふうに思ってもらえる。
Alright, so started working on something in Procreate when I thought this camera over here was recording. It recorded 1 second and then decided it wasn't going to record anymore, so I will just explain what I was doing. So here we have some of the phrases I was thinking of putting on the card, the English and then the Japanese. This is the fairly most common-ish probably way to say Happy New Year's in Japanese, which is Akemashite omedetou gozaimasu. And this is also a phrase that's commonly shown on New Year's greeting cards. Kingan shinnen, which we don't say. We would say akemashite. You wouldn't go up to someone and say this phrase, but this is what is often shown on cards. But I think because it's not really used verbally, I don't think I'm going to use it. I'm going to just stick with the more common phrase, and then usually after that there's a phrase like this, which is Kotoshimo Yoroshiku, which means like I'm looking forward to doing different kinds of things, working or hanging out in this upcoming year, but we don't really have an English phrase for that. I guess it could just be I look forward to seeing you again this year, or I hope you do well, something to that effect. I was also thinking of putting Kotoshimo Gambaro, which we know Gambaro is one of the most difficult things to translate in Japanese. It basically means like let's put our best foot forward, do our best, work hard. So that's kind of what I have in English, but I don't know if I'm gonna, I don't know how I feel about that. I definitely gonna put the year, and I'm probably also gonna put the kanji for tiger, which I need to look up because there's special kanji for the zodiac. So after I get that, I'm going to then work on the layout. So I have my 4 little frames here, and then I will figure out where the figure and the characters as in the letters should go, and then I will start drawing, I think. Where's my music? So I spent about 30, maybe less than 30 minutes working on my little designs. Here they are. Actually, I'll just put it on the screen. Why show you the iPad screen? We're in the digital age. I could just put it here. Boop, boop, boop. Now you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't want to think about this too long because it's not that serious. It's supposed to be a fun little thing for the holiday season. So I'm trying not to overthink it, as I usually do with things. Sorry. See me overthinking how to record this? Why? Yeah, I have these 4 designs. Almost all of them feature the akemashite, except for the last one, which uses the kinga shinen, which is better if I want to add more English text because it leaves more space. I kind of like the akemashite that's like swooping around his head because it still leaves enough space for me to add the English at the bottom. But I kind of like the bamboo element that I added because bamboo is one of the New Year's motifs that's used a lot. It's bamboo, pine, mochi, and plum blossoms are kind of the main design features you see on a lot of New Year's cards here. So I wanted to include that as well. But I do want to have more English text than just Happy New Year. But actually Happy New Year isn't even on the first one. So I don't know, maybe I'll have to go with the Kinga Shinen. Anyway, the character design though hasn't changed in all 4, so I think I'll just work on the character first, and then I will fiddle around with the text after, and hopefully I have about 2.5 hours left on my little time limit that I created for myself to give myself even more stress. But I think I can do it. I think we got this. We're gonna do it. Let's get back to drawing. It's morning, and we slept the night away. Why you don't like my singing? Come on. Good morning. It's the next day. You see, it's bright out again. But I finished the drawing in one day. I finished it last night while watching Agretsuko, the new season of Agretsuko. It's just okay, which is fine. Not everything is going to be amazing. So yeah, I finished it while I was doing that. And instead of recording the end of the vlog, I guess, in the middle of the night while Shota is sleeping, I decided I would just record it the next day, which is now. First, I'm gonna go skate because you can see it's really sunny out. So I want to take in all that good weather, all that vitamin D. And then I've already uploaded the drawing to 7-Eleven's printing service. So on my way home, I am going to print a few copies of it on the postcard paper. So you can print on postcard paper at the convenience store here. It's called Hagaki, and it's under the photo option. So if you want to print in Japan. So I'm gonna print that and check out the quality of the print, and that's how we'll end the video. And yeah, that's the plan for today. But first we're gonna get our exercise by roller skating at the park. Yay. I'm not gonna record that. I mean, it's on my Instagram like always, but I'm not gonna show it here. Check out my Instagram if you're interested in that. I finished yesterday, but I finished the card. Let me show you. Here it is, and it's printed glory. I printed this at the convenience store down the street, so it's a semi-gloss paper, I would think. And that's my friend's voice chat. And so it's a semi-gloss paper, and it has, it got printed upside down technically, but I can't control the printer because it's not mine. But it has the zip code boxes and the stamp boxes on the top, so I just have to fill those out and then I can send it off. I'm collecting addresses from my friends and family now to send them cards. If you would like to send this card to your friends and family, I'll put a link that you can download it from for free. So feel free to download it and send it out. Send out these New Year's messages to your friends and family. And now I'm going to go and play some video games before I do some work. So thank you for watching this video. Maybe I'll see you in the next one. Bye.